Hey everybody, welcome back to Olokunstar. Hope you guys are doing okay today. Today we're gonna just do a guided message. I'm not sure if we're gonna get into the cards. I will post a video um, with a tarot read, but I do have some other platforms I need to post on. But I will get to posting a video for my YouTube channel as well. But today I wanted to discuss some of the readings that are out there concerning twin flames, karmic relationships, soulmates, and to that nature. Now, I want to start by saying I'm just getting started myself. I've been reading for many years. I put it down and I recently just picked it back up. I love doing tarot. I'm just starting my channel. I am not knocking any other readers. But what I've noticed in watching some of the reads is that some of the readers are talking about how your other person, they ran off and got married, or they were married with when they were with you and you didn't know about it. Or it can be a situation where they're talking about this person contracted an STD, this person has multiple children you don't know about. Like all these concerning things that they're saying is coming out in this read. But in the same reading, it's like, oh, this is your soulmate. Oh, this is your twin flame. This person loves you. You need to be back. They're pretty much saying you should be with this person for that reason, because they're your twin flame and soulmate. And I'm not knocking any readings. I just want to discuss a little bit about twin flame energy, soulmates, and karmic relationships, because twin flame or no twin flame, there are just certain relationships you don't go back to. Soulmate or not, whatever you want to call the other person, all right, there's just some relationships you don't really want to go back to, okay, regardless of if they're your twin flame, soulmate, or not. Excuse me. With that being said, twin flames, first of all, from what I understand, not everyone has a twin flame, okay? And those who do find their twin flame, it's a really, really rare occurrence, because we're talking about one soul that was placed into two bodies, and then these people just kind of, come together. With twin flame relationships, because you're one soul split into two, you mirror each other, okay? So you see yourself in that person, and that person sees you and themselves. And this can be a complicated relationship, because a lot of times you're not realizing that those things you hate or dislike about that individual are actually things that you like about yourself, dislike about yourself, and vice versa. And this is with a twin flame type of energy, okay? But when you come across a twin flame, from what I gather, this is a relationship that is divinely guided, okay? First of all, God put you together, and what God put together, no man can break apart, right? So even if things aren't going well and you guys separate, it could be for months, it could be for years, you always find your way back to each other. When you're away from each other, you guys pick up on each other's energy, okay? You can feel what they're feeling. You know what this person's thinking before they even say it. Those kind of relationships are twin flame relationships, all right? But even with that being said, they're the kind of relationships that help you build, like, elevate and grow, okay? So those things that you're seeing in that other person that you may not like, that other side to you, that other individual, is going to want to help you through those things. And yeah, there'll be arguments, but it's the kind of relationship you separate from. You think about what happened. Be either you just sit with yourself and think about it, or you get with another individual and you realize, maybe you were wrong in that situation. I don't know, but there's just things that you realize, and you decide you want to give this person another chance. All right. It has nothing to do with abuse. You know what I mean? This is not relationships where you're being abused by another person. All right. It's not relationships that bring you down and make you go backwards or make you feel like you're stuck. That's not a twin flame relationship. Okay. As far as I know, anyway. So, The thing is, though, I'm just reading over my notes here, you guys. The thing here is, though, with these relationships, they can be, how do I say it, false twin flame soulmates relationships, because when you meet these individuals, the intensity is almost the same. It's an immediate attraction. You're like, you can't get enough of this person, right? But the difference is with the twin flame and a karmic relationship, okay? Karmic relationships, these are people that help you create change, all right? They help you recognize the negative parts of yourself, the things that you don't want in your life, and they help you learn lessons so that you can move on, so that you can elevate, all right? These relationships are the type that start off good, but over time, they can get to be pretty toxic. Karmic relationships are toxic relationships, okay? So they may be even with, you may be attracted to this person because you were with them in a past life. And not all the time, those, just like in this life, the relationship most likely was the same in the past life, which is why you met that person again, because there was unfinished business. All right. But it's not the kind of relationship that you're meant to stay in. It's not the kind of relationship that's long lasting. These are, you know, on and off relationships. Okay. A lot of the times you get with this person, you stay, it ends pretty quickly. Or if you're going back and forth, it's because this person has more that they want from you, or you haven't learned your lesson with this person, so you're continuously giving to this person. And an example of that is called an unrequited love. I was confused as to soulmates and unrequited loves, okay? So when you have an unrequited love, the love is one-sided. So you may feel passionate. You may feel that spiritual connection, but the other person don't really give a shit. Okay? They see that you feel that way about them, so they use that to their advantage. All right? These type of people, they're known as false soulmates as well. Karmics, false soulmates. But they're the kind of people that you date that you shouldn't really fall for. Again, they're there to teach you lessons. But these people, when you're with them, they leave you feeling emotionally drained. All right. There's always conflict. There's always competition between the two of you. This person is obsessive. All right. They're obsessive with what you're doing, where you go, who you're with. They stalk your social media. They stalk you on your social media. They can be very clingy. They can be very short-tempered, secretive. All right. So any of these attributes that you have in that relationship, it most likely isn't a twin flame or soulmate relationship. It's a karmic relationship, okay? So in that passion you're feeling, it's not a spiritual connection. It could be more sexually based. And a lot of those connections are magically and spiritually based, okay? So if you're not sure, you can always go to a spiritualist, or you can do things like pray and take your spiritual baths, get a ripping. If you don't know what that is, reach out. But do what you need to do to make sure your feelings are your feelings, and do what you need to do to evaluate your situation. Because for some of you who are thinking about going back to these relationships and you know it didn't work out, you know it was abusive, you know this person abused you in every way, financially, mentally, emotionally, sexually, spiritually, okay? They abused you in every which way, but yet you're thinking about going back to them simply because someone's telling you, oh, they're your twin flame, because you can't get over the situation, because you can't stop thinking about them, because you feel connected to them. You may want to also look at the spiritual side of things. There may be a reason why this person is always in your energy, okay? That person may not necessarily be your twin flame. Again, keep in mind that twin flame energy, it's rare and it's divinely guided, all right? And anything that's divinely guided is not going to have all that negative energy within a relationship, okay? And if there is, you're going to be able to take that negative energy and make it positive. You're going to be able to transmute it. You guys are going to be able to work with each other and feed off of each other in order to build each other. Okay, that's that twin flame connection. With a soulmate, your soulmate don't make you feel bad. Your soulmate can be anyone. It could be your pet. It could be a family member. It can be a friend. These are the people that possibly were with you in your past life. You have a contract to be with them again in this life. And they may be the one that you go to when you're not feeling well, or and you're feeling bad about a situation, or you feel guilty and you want to talk about it, or, you know, you just need some advice. Those are your soulmates. And it's a blessing if you find your soulmate and fall in love with them. That's absolutely a blessing, because you get to have a lover and a friend. But those relationships feel good, okay? They're not the ones that weigh you down. So even if you're second guessing it, second guess letting your so-called twin flame soulmate back into your life, okay? Especially if you feel, or you even possibly know for a fact, that this person is going through all these things that you just heard about in that reading, okay? So what I would like for you guys to do, and again, I don't want to make this too long. We're at already 11 minutes in, 11:11 was on the clock. What I like for you guys to do is take a look at where you were when you were in the relationship, okay? Take a look at what caused you to leave the relationship, what caused the separation. And then take a look at where you are now. And ask yourself, is all the work you've done up until this point, since you left that relationship, worth the sacrifice of going back to where you were? Because 9 times out of 10, that's all you're doing. You're going backwards. You're going back to another person. You're going back to that situation. You're going back to those negative feelings. And most likely this person that you think is your twin flame is a karmic partner, and they're coming back. Why? Because you still haven't learned your lesson. All right. What I also would like for you guys to do is to listen to the song The Way That I Love You by Ashanti. Okay. If you can resonate with that song, again, I'm not trying to tell you guys what to do. I just want you to think. Don't take the emotion out of it. Your heart is there for it has its purpose, and your mind has its purpose. Take the emotion out of things, okay? If you can relate to The Way That I Love You, again, rethink letting that person back in your energy. How much is your peace and your sanity? And for a lot of you guys, your life, because you guys know some of these men, some of these women are very abusive towards you and your children. So how much is your life worth? All because, excuse me, you're thinking this person is your twin flame, and you want to be with your twin flame. Or maybe you just don't want to start over. I get it. This person knows you. They know the good things about you. They know the bad things about you. You know, you don't want to start over. What if the other person doesn't accept you? I'm telling you, God has somebody for you, and they will accept you. Why? Because they too are coming out of a karmic relationship. They too went through some shit. They too had to learn their lessons and grow and become a better person. So not only are they going to truly love you, they're going to understand what you've been through and want to make sure that you don't ever go through that again, okay? Being in these karmic relationships, now that you know what you don't want, now that you know all the red flags, once you start dating, you're going to be able to see them like that and be like, next, okay? And there's nothing wrong with putting yourself out there, and I don't mean putting out. I mean putting yourself out there and dating, and get out the house, get out your head, go meet new people. How are you going to find the true love of your life if you're stuck in the house thinking about the person that meant you no good, never loved you? And trust and believe the only reason they're coming back is because it's like I see the 7 of Swords. They thought they took everything, but there's still 2 swords left behind that they could take, so they're coming back to collect what's left. That's all for a lot of the, excuse me, for a lot of these situations. That's the only reason they're coming back, because they see that they ain't take everything. It's like, oops, can't let him be the one to get away. All right. So the song I'm hearing is Shake It Off by Mariah Carey. All right. Person keep playing games. They're not loving you. Shake that shit off. Move on. Because as long as you stay stuck in this energy, you're not going to meet the person you're meant to meet. Go to some meetups. Go to the mall instead of shopping online. You never know when you're going to meet your person. If you can afford it, go on a cruise. If anything, treat yourself. But whatever you do, do not put yourself, and for those who have kids, back in abusive situations. All because you think, oh, this is your counterpart. You must be with this person. It's your soulmate. Okay, rethink that situation. Excuse me. The chakra is clogged. But yeah, long story short, now that you've went through all this bullshit, you're going to know what to look for, and you're going to recognize that real soulmate, that real love when you see it. All right. Love you guys. And as always, be blessed, and don't forget to love on yourselves. Bye-bye.